Looking for it. Ah. Oh. I can't. It doesn't pop up. I can't find it. Want to try it? Try it and bring it back?
Okay.
There you go. Hey, sorry to keep you waiting there, everybody. We're trying to get this so I can read who you are and say hi to everybody. Hi, I'm Lou Angelwolf, and that was a weird voice. I don't think I ever had that before. Hi, this is Lou Angelwolf, and welcome to the imho.love show. IMHO, in my humble opinion, .love. That's what it's all about, baby. www.imho.love. It's we're on Facebook Live right now. The show will show up later on YouTube, and also on BitChute, which is a really cool platform. If you've not found it, go ahead and take a look at it. And I want to open the show with blessings to everyone. We've been through an unusual course of events these last 6 weeks. And I know some people are doing okay, other people not so much. But blessings to everyone, and especially if you've taken the time to watch this presentation. I'm not going to go on real long tonight, but I do want to make a couple of points which are kind of indelible. They'll be good for as long as, they're kind of timeless, even though they are being presented by, this time that we're living in right now. So welcome, everybody. The show is sponsored by disabilityattorney.net. That's disabilityattorney.net. That's Mike Merberg, my co-host. Fantastic guy. If you have any disability needs legally, I don't think you can find a better guy than Mike Merberg. That's disabilityattorney.net. Well, here we are, folks. It's the 22nd of April. It's Earth Day. I remember many Earth Days ago, Tom Rhodes and I ventured into Washington, D.C. in 1990. Tom Rhodes and I wandered the streets of Washington, D.C. During Earth Day. And in fact, there was a comic that had a great joke about it. And he told me I could use it from time to time. And when it comes up, it's like, I missed Earth Day last year, man. I got busy. I was out burning tires with my uncle. So, hey, yo. Anyway, Earth Day, man, couldn't be more appropriate. The whole Earth is going through something right now. There's big stuff happening in this world. And, it's kind of cool. In some ways, we are blessed. When you're in the middle of something and it seems unsure, you don't really know what's happening. But we're going to come out on the other side of this, and we will have survived it. We will have the fond memories of everything that happened up to now, because this is almost like a BC AD kind of a thing. And I, because there's going to be a before CV19 and a post CV19. I visited with my handsome son a few days ago. He's 20 years old, and he doesn't know what to think. But he will have the full detail. He'll have the full description, because it's happening right in front of him. And when situations like this happen in the world, it's really interesting. There are a lot of people that totally fear change, totally fear anything that's not what they like. I know a lot of regimented people. God bless them. They're organized. They do my taxes, that kind of stuff. I love them. And I'm happy that the world has them in my world. So, but the other side of it is too, things change and you kind of have to adapt. I mean, it's kind of like nature's way to adapt. I've been given adaptations a hard time for a long time. I've been trying to adapt all my life. I've had different jobs, different careers, lived in many, many different places. It was making my head spin when I was thinking the other day about how many times I've moved in my life. But here we are right now, April 22nd, 2020. We're in Clearwater, Florida. The weather is absolutely phenomenal. It's in the upper 70s. There's a great breeze. All kinds of incredible stuff happening weather-wise. It just feels fantastic. No good, huh? That's weird, man. Is it recording? Is everything going? Yeah? Okay. Just having I'm trying to get my little pad to here so I can see you guys, but I can't do it. Kathy, my producer, well, I'm not blaming anybody. I should have learned how to do it. I should have taken the bull by the horns and learned how to do it. Thought I could do it. Apparently I'm having a little more trouble than I thought. And Scott, my buddy, smart guy too, so he's having trouble, which makes me feel better. But anyway, start the show off with, does it look okay? Can you watch it? Yeah? It's not going? It's going. Okay, it's going on here. That's really all I'm worried about. It would be great if I could say hi to you all and do shout outs and all that stuff. I'll get it figured out by next week. I promise. My procrastination is something I'm working on. I think it's time. But I want to start out with a great quote, and this is kind of the mindset of this particular imho.love session, okay? Then why are we offended? Why do we complain? This is what we're here for. And that quote is from Seneca, who lived a long, long time ago. In fact, 4 BC to 65 AD. One of the deep perpetrators of the Stoic philosophies throughout the world. And I love reading their stuff. Because really, that does make sense. Why are we offended? Why do we complain? This is what we're here for. For us to think that this is all happenstance and the world is, ruining our life as a, whatever you're doing, whatever your job is or whatever, there is an interruption to you being a tile setter or a house painter or a roofer or a truck driver or a entertainer or singer or whatever it is you do. That's just something you do. I heard of a movement a while back, and I embrace it, saying that you're not, when people go, oh, I'm a stand-up comic, or I'm a salesperson, or I'm a researcher. Now, those are the things you do, but it's not what you are. You are an amazing life force living in a mammal skin with every element in your being. Okay? All that is around you is also within you. Okay? And you're an incredible life force. You're possessing life. You are sitting there looking at a screen somewhere, watching this through your amazing eyes. The science of the eyeball is absolutely phenomenal. I've never seen, well, it would be a dumb thing that I've never seen. You don't realize just the incredible amount of engineering that goes into that one organ of our body. The whole thing is just an amazing apparatus. And the thing that makes this so special is it's not that you can see, it's not that you can smell, hear, taste, touch, feel, whatever, hear, is the fact that you possess life. Okay? And we all came here in a very, very similar way. Some of us had very easy entries into this planet's orbit. Others really had to struggle for their life when they first got here. Million different ways to enter the swimming pool. Some of us just gently strode down the steps, and that's how it went. So, you're here, and when you came here, you had something that's extraordinary. You had the extreme power of innocence, which is the driving force of love. You have love inside of you. It's the thing that keeps you going. The love that lives inside of you. You can't take it away. You can't take it away. Now, you can let it diminish, and you can make space from the synthetic world and let it batter down the love that you possess, or you can deny things in the synthetic world, embrace things in the natural world, and amplify the love that lives inside of you. This is a time not to battle over toilet paper, the great toilet paper wars of 2020. One of my favorite expressions, and if you know me very well, you've heard me say it before, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it later on too. Don't let your world get small, okay? And I also tell you all the time, that blinking light in the living room, spend less time with it, okay? That's part of your issue if you're having issues. For one, it's amazing what they've done to us, okay, with this light in the living room, bedroom, wherever you watch your blinking light. We've been programmed since we were little, man. And kids that are young, like my son's age, guys that are 20, it's amazing how much television time they've had in their life. TV time, internet time, absolutely enslaved by a screen. See, I'm 60. Okay, and I grew up in the 60s and the 70s. Those were the days of my youth. 1975 to 1978, I got to experience the United States not at war. I graduated from a local high school here up in Dunedin, 1978, and grew up in this nirvanic place, this west coast of Florida. And all my life, when I was younger, there wasn't that much on TV for kids in the afternoon, so we all went out and played. We did other things. We made our own shows. You know, we had dirt clog wars, and we went fishing, and we went to the beach, and we went walking. We had bicycles, we had fresh air. And all that stuff that we did when we were young literally is helping us preserve us at this stage in our life. I can't stop touching my face. And so here we are, preserved by our youth. Now, a lot of these guys, young guys, that screen, that TV or that internet is an incredible babysitter. I'll just give the baby the laptop or let it sit there with its little iPad or whatever form of thing, notebook or whatever they're called. I don't know. Another phase of computer but you can't talk into it. Anyway, so the kids, mesmerized by it. 2, 3 years old, no interaction with the family. Hopefully that little screen is teaching them how to speak. Okay. But there's nothing like human interaction. And that's kind of the core of what's freaking us out right now. Okay. We're lacking our normal amount of human interaction. Even though I'm an old curmudgeon some days, for the most part, I really love people, man. They get on my nerves. Yeah, they get down my neck. Yeah. I just sometimes just wish I could turn my back on the whole thing and make them all go away. But that's just a little daydream. But for the most part, I really do love people. And as I get older, I'm getting more soft and more gentle towards everybody. A lot of my opinions used to be pretty sharp, but now I've really dulled a lot of edges, because what happens as you get older, hopefully, is you realize how hard this life can be. And part of that is that light in there told you how hard your life can be. It didn't come out right out and say it like that, but it told you that you didn't have a brand new Chevy Silverado, that you don't have a brand new, beautiful poolside home. So it puts you in a degree of want and need and fantasizing about everything else, but not who you are. That's not who you are. That truck doesn't make any difference to you. That Corvette doesn't make any difference to you. That's just a thing in your life. But a lot of people, through programming, through television direction, they identify very much with brands, and they identify very much with possessions. And, you can even there's even clubs for people who have the same possessions that you do. And there's nothing wrong with getting together with people. But I say do those lesser things when you've kind of found out who you are inside. And I kind of put this show like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because you're going to have to grow up in the next couple of months here. Okay? If you're an American, your life has completely changed. You may go back to a scenario where the job you used to have isn't there anymore. The business you worked for isn't there anymore. There's going to be needs and necessitations. Really, we're going to look back on, the first part of this year as the wild, wild west, man. There's the government just really stepped up their participation in your synthetic life. Okay. Your natural life, however, all belongs to you. They can't even get to it. They can't. They won't. They try. But you don't have to give into it. You can deny the synthetic world as long as you're strong. Just don't believe a lot of the lies that come out of that thing, man. You're way more better than it tells you that you are. So here we are, man. We're living in this mammal skin. We've got this divine energy within us. Whatever spark happened when our parents mated, there was the gift of life, that contact, that conception through the birthing. And then here we are, and we grow, and we move, and we convolute, and we go, and we learn. And then here you're at. You're at right here. You're at right here, right now. And you got a whole bunch of stuff ahead of you. Probably the biggest discomfort about all of this is we don't know what the future looks like. And up until a few weeks ago, we always had a pretty good idea what we thought the future would look like. Now, there's question marks everywhere, and there's wrinkled foreheads everywhere. People don't know, man. They don't know. And I don't know. What the hell do I know? But I'm telling you, this big of a Hazarai that's going on is not a big of a Hazarai for no apparent reason. There's something going on. There's a global shift happening. We can get into I'm going to be on with Mike next week, and we'll get into more of the earthly things that we're going to have to deal with, the testing and the vaccination and the currency changes and all this stuff that's going on. I mean, there's just literally a 12-ring circus going around with everything from 5G, energies flying through the air on top of all the other energies that you're already walking through every day. That's a huge question mark dangling. Is China as a country poking us in the eye? These corporations, taking all these I'm not going to get much into it, but Ruth's Chris Steakhouse turned a $93 million profit last year, and they took bailout money from the government, I guess, because they can, and a good CEO would get that for their company. But, Tim's Performance Service Center up in Tarpon Springs could use some money too. But all that's aside, that's all the synthetic world. The synthetic world you're going to have to sort out on your own. And I'll give you a tip. It's from the bottom of my heart, the middle of my heart, sometimes near the top, right in the middle of my head, right up somewhere around my pineal gland, right around there. I'm going to give you this piece of advice. When you can clear out your mind, realize that you're not anything except this incredible life force living in this mammal skin. And you have the power of the universe and every element of the universe inside of you. And you are going to endure. You're going to endure forever, somewhere. Your energy will translate out of this meat sack into something else. When it leaves here, the 21 grams that you lose when you stop breathing and you exit, okay, it's going to go somewhere. I don't know where it goes. You don't know till you're there. But between now and then, and it is the nature of things to decay, take care of yourself. Eat better food. I've been eating at home a lot, because I guess we all have. Not doing a lot of takeout. I've saved a gob of money. Still not very impressed with my cooking. But Scott is pretty handy. It's good to have a restaurant manager as a roommate. It's perfect. But anyway, eating better, feeling better, sleeping better. This was a good break for a lot of people. I mean, I was dog-ass tired. And I really already think that I had this virus going around, I mean, very typical symptoms. Dog tired for a couple of weeks, couldn't get any energy going, just kind of. And then I had a couple of rough nights, cold sweat, fever, burned it out of me. Woke up the next day, rehydrated, slowly entered back in, and then within a little bit, I was better. So I think this already happened to me. And I really don't have a lot of fear about it. I really don't. I mean, I'm in that percentile that's going to recover just fine. And most of us are. Now, if grandma and grandpa get it, and they have compromised immune systems already, yeah, it's going to be hard on them. It is. But for the most part, most of us, and especially the people listening to this show, my prayers are with you, my meditations are with you, my healing is with you. Just be smart. Don't go licking doorknobs. Don't be part of the next big Facebook challenge. Just have a sane head about you. Okay? But here we are. Okay? April 22nd, Earth Day 2020. This is an excellent time for us to realize where we are in these two worlds that we live in. There's the natural world, which we love and cherish the most, and then our synthetic world, which is everything else, including that blinking light and including this light that you're watching now. But, you can use something good. I'm trying to get my words out. This is the easiest way. I apologize for any electrical abuse you may have encountered during watching this show. But this is a really, really good time for you not to panic. You need to make your plans and whatever you can, even the financial planning could all completely go away. I mean, they've crushed societies before, and it could happen to us. It could. But that doesn't really matter to you as that life force, okay? This is a great time to find out who you are, okay? I know a lot of you have been toying around on the inside. Well, what am I? What am I really? I mean, was I really a plumber for 38 years? Was that my deal? And when I die, people go, oh, he was a great plumber? You know, if that's okay with you, okay. And I know humility is tough to cultivate, but there's way more to you, I can tell you that. Find out who you are. And you know what? One of the things I always liked about certain human beings when I met them, they were brave. I like brave people, people that aren't afraid, you know. I have friends that are paramedics and nurses, and they're brave people. They are cool. My ex-wife, Melinda, very brave girl. She's smart, she's cool, she's stoic, she's collected. She understands. She goes into a scenario, she's the best person to have around. She totally, almost a supernatural insight to scenarios. And that's my son's mother. So he's got a little bit of that going. And I love people that are kind. I grew up in a kind family. My brother and sisters are kind. My parents were both kind. And it's easy. It's not hard to be kind. Something I saw my little sister Michelle do. We were just sitting in a park. We were all sitting around talking, and there was an old lady sitting on a park bench about, 10 feet from us. And my sister noticed that she was having a hard time tying her shoes. And she just, excused herself from the conversation, and she went over and she tied the lady's shoes for her. Very small deed. But really, didn't ask, didn't say. She just went there gracefully and bent down in front of her and said, "Can I help you with that?" And she needed the help. And being able to notice those kind of things is really something cool too. So Michelle, I love you, baby. And my sister Nancy, my brother Keith, my parents, my dad's already transitioned into the next phase. My mom's still here. Soul as deep as the Pacific. Just, I've been really blessed to come from a wonderful family full of loving, caring people. And they're kind. And we do our best to understand. Because I can't tell you how many mistakes I've made in my life. A lot. Way too many. I guess. Or was I supposed to make every one of them to be able to say this today? And be passionate. You've got all these elements inside of you, man. You've got peace and joy and love and happiness and serenity and kindness and all this wonderful stuff living inside of you. And it wants to get out. I know it does, because when I see it out, it's great. When I see other people doing it, it's cool, man. When you see somebody being kind or somebody being passionate, like my friend Ward Smith, he's an actor. When I watch him on stage, man, he's really putting on a performance, man. He's really passionate about what it is that he's doing. And it's so cool to watch him do it. Again, he's identifying with his inner artist, The Mayans called everybody an artist. Everybody is an artist. And it's really true. It's really what you can do. You don't know. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you can do something that you've never even touched before. But here you are with some spare time. Instead of watching Ozark or Shameless or whatever the hell, some kind of glorification of a white trash, bullshit, lying, murderous scumbag family, okay? Instead of keeping track of those assholes, why don't you go inside yourself and find the better parts of you? Okay, divorce yourself from that synthetic horse shit. Oh my, it really, this time, I don't watch a lot of television, but of course I've had some spare hours and I've had the clicker in my hand. So I've surfed through, and I tell you, I turn my nose up at like 97% of the crap that comes up on offer. I don't want it. I don't care about it. I don't care how it comes out. I don't care how it happened. These gay tiger fighter, dude, whatever. Who really, who cares? And to think that you would share that time or split that time with the time that you could find out more about you. You can go into some meditations. Like I said, just your simplest meditation. I mean, they really go to a dark, quiet place. Okay. If you don't know how to meditate, here's the 101, man. It sounds loftier than prayer, but it's not. It's kind of the same thing. Just find a nice quiet place. So hopefully you can. Even if you've got to go sit in your car. Whatever. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Okay. And then start breathing consciously. Take 3 really good. All the way in. Fill up your lungs. Fill up your belly with air. And then let it all the way out. Just because this is you're gonna oxygenate your blood. You're gonna wake up your brain. Your pineal gland's going. Hey, are we gonna think? That'd be great. Let's think. And you do that a half a dozen times. Don't hyperventilate, for Pete's sake. But then what I always do, and we were talking about it last week, just go to a nice calm place in your mind. Maybe you spent some time in a cabin somewhere, right? Out on the ocean or down at the beach or whatever you like, man. Wherever your happy place is, or just go there. And there's nobody else there. It's just you, and you're sorting out your world, okay? And then you stay, and then you try to, if you're working through trouble, and if you've had trouble, if you've had pain and disappointment, struggle, it's time to bind all that up and just let it drift away from you, okay? Because when you let that drift away, you can make space for new healing, for new energy that will replace those painful things that have been sticking around. And I'm not going to say you can do it first time. Sometimes it takes years. Sometimes it goes right away like that. But just take that, recognize it as pain, and just move it out of your way and let that healing start right there, okay? And then after a while, you're noticing you're breathing, you notice you're feeling pretty good, and things are starting to become clearer, more clear, even more clear. And you start to realize that you are part of this oneness. This world is here for you and with you. Every day is a divine appointment. Every day you wake up, there's lots of stuff that you can do. There's lots of energies you can produce. Okay. And if you probably watch it on my Facebook page, my friend Kat Carroll, wonderful, helpful, beautiful lady that helps me with my shows and gives me leaven and thought and references, and she's very encouraging. There's a global prayer coming up this Saturday, and I believe the East Coast of the United States is at 8 o'clock. And what we're supposed to do at 8 o'clock on Saturday night is all take our time and break from whatever it is you're doing and enter into prayer or meditation, and stay as long as you like. You can stay 10 minutes, you can stay a half hour, you can stay an hour, whatever. You can spend the rest of the night, man. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But you will be praying with thousands and thousands of people simultaneously on earth. And what we're going to pray for is the healing of this earth. We're going to pray for the souls of those who have to lead us. We're going to pray against anger, fear, pain. We got to get away from it, man. You got to get away from it, and let the earth heal itself. It knows how to heal itself, and we also know how to heal each other. We have the power. I have the power. I don't mean to sound ostentatious, but I have a conduit of spirit that runs through me and into my hands, into my eyes, into my words, that I can help people heal their situation. I've had a small group of people in my life. I've been integral in their healing and recovery. And I'm not blowing my own horn. I'm just telling you what's capable, because you can do the same thing and what's possible. If I'm capable of it, you certainly are, you know? So you let yourself be used in the most fantastic way, the best way you can think of. You know, the Hebrew Gnostics talked about best and highest use. And I love best and highest use. I use it a lot when I'm trying to figure something out. Best and highest use, the easiest way I explain it is a stick. A stick falls off a tree. It's no longer holding up leaves or birds or whatever. It's just a stick on the ground now. You take that stick off the ground and you use it to hold a door open. Okay, well, you're aiding people. You're making the world better. If the door needs to be open, here's this stick doing its job. You improved its use from laying on the ground, and then you picked it up, and now it's holding this door open. A better use of that stick. Now, you take that stick and you skin it and you carve it into a cane, okay? And you give that cane, that walking stick, to a human being. Now this stick that was laying on the ground is now helping ambulate a human being. So you found the best and highest use for a stick. And you can find the best and highest use for you, for your feeling, for your energy, for your skills, whatever it is you can do. You can amplify it even further than it is now. I know you can. I know you can, and that's what this time is for. We are supposed to be here right now. I know it's a little confusing, but we are supposed to be here right now. So make your peace inside, learn your meditations, and, your prayers, your prayers are they can be personal, they can be verbal, you can write them online, whatever you want to do. You can, get a bullhorn and stand on the corner and tell people your prayers if you want, as long as you don't have more than 10 people watching you. So, let that stuff out, man. Go through that process and think back on your old prayers. I mean, years ago, I kept a prayer diary. I've gotten away from it, which is, I should pick it back up, because it really does help. When you look back on things that you were praying for and then things that actually came to be true or repaired, really amazing. And you give the universe all its kudos, the creator spirit, because I don't know what name to call whatever. And you're starting to understand that you're part of this oneness and that you are supposed to be the best spiritual person that you can be, because inside you want to be. And you have to stop making excuses for yourself. I have really decided in my life that I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let this take me out. Your energy is living inside you. Exude it. Let it go out of every pore. Be loving. Be kind. Be helpful. Because, there's going to be a day that the spirit leaves this. Your soul's going to leave this mammal suit. And your mammal suit will be left behind. You do whatever you want with it, whatever kind of burial you want to do. I mean, I don't know what's right about that. Whether you should go in the earth and return to the ground, which seems to me the most organic. I don't know about... but I'm sure that... what's the other one? I can't think of it. When they... ashes. When they turn you to ashes. Why can't I think of that word? Anyway, I'm sure some of you are typing it right now. But you're going to leave this bag behind, man. This mammal suit, it ran its course. However long it lasted, But your spirit is going to go on to somewhere. Whether you stay on this plane, whether you move to another plane, whether you enter another dimension, there's some really cool dimensional things happening in the world. And the other thing is, too, there's UFO sightings all over the planet right now. Peru and Brazil, they're lighting up, man. Argentina, it's light, and I mean huge, incredible displays. I don't know. I've never seen. The one thing that I did see a recent view of is this rocking bar, this red bar that rocks back and forth. I've seen it at Area 52 out there where we do the CE5 with the IMHO with Mike Merberg and that group, ambassadors of the universe there. So. Yeah, I've seen them, and it's good to see another thing like you saw. It helps you identify. So, I told you that to tell you this. Let a lot of that synthetic world go. It doesn't go with you. Stop identifying yourself as something less than just this incredible life force living in this mammal suit. You're amazing. You have life and love and energy inside you every day, and amplify that. And that's the thing that'll get you further down the road. And, I hope this whole thing ends peacefully. I mean, I'm a pacifist. Okay. I really am. But I got to tell you, I bought a gun a couple weeks ago. I'd rather be a pacifist and never have to use my gun than be a pacifist. And, I at least think I ought to be able to defend myself. It's a really hazy line for me. I'm not comfortable with it. I don't love it. I don't sit there and fawn over it. It is what it is. And I hope I never have to use it. But I'd feel dumb if I had to. And I could have got one and I didn't. I've had a lot of regrets of things that I didn't get that I needed later. And I think that's too big a one. At least to scare them away. I don't want to hurt anybody. I never do. Never do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the imho.love show. I'm Lou Angelwolf. I'm here every Wednesday night at 7:30. These usually go a half hour, 40, 45 minutes. And thank you, everybody that's been sharing these and sending them all over. That's really cool. My friends, Debbie and Danielle, and of course the beautiful Pamela, my friend Frank and Mark and Mike. Y'all are just such wonderful energy sources for me. And Scott, I'm very grateful for my friend Scott. He really helps keep me sane. And, we're all in this together. And I'm going to close with what I started with. And look up Seneca, man. He was cool. Then why are we offended? Why do we complain? This is what we're here for. So find out your position. Sweep out all your dusty corners. Find out more about who you are. Be brave, be kind, be wonderful. And like we say on the imho.love show every week, use your head, but trust your gut. And of course, the heart rules all things past that. So have a great week. And to what they used to say back during 9/11, courage. Have courage. Courage. You got it.